Nothing can beat a beautiful, well-maintained pool for recreation and for exercise. Every pool needs a filtration system, and the pool owner can choose between a large cartridge system, diatomaceous earth, also called DE, or a sand filter. Sand filters are very simple but very effective filtration systems. The media in a sand filter should be able to last for several years. In fact, most commercial pools and water parks use sand filtration. For 2,000 years, people have been using silica sand for water filtration. Now there is a new breakthrough product for sand filters. It is called Zeobrite Xtreme. Here we have two filtration systems side by side. One is high quality number 20 silica sand, and the other is our Zeobrite Xtreme. We have set this up so that it simulates the same as a sand filter in your pool. The water comes in through this tube right here. The rate of flow is adjusted with this clamp. You have a perforated plate in here, like your distributor, and at the bottom of the column there's a stainless steel screen. The water then exits the column and returns back to the tank. What we have done now is regulate the flow out of the columns so that it's equal to 20 gallons per minute per square foot of surface area. That's the same flow rate as you have in your sand filter. There are 7 gallons of water in each of these tanks, and at that rate of flow, in 15 minutes, the tank would completely turn over through the column. That's called one turnover. In a minute, we're going to mix up some real yucky stuff, put it in the water, stir it up, and then we will see how well each of the columns or the different media filter that yucky stuff out. But first, I'd like to show you a little bit more about what the Zeobrite Xtreme is all about. Zeobrite Xtreme is a patent-pending product containing a surface-modified zeolite. It has more than 10 times the surface area of sand, whereas other granular products take a while to backwash out the dust and fines. Xtreme is pre-washed for a foolproof installation. This is a view under an electron microscope of the angular granules. This is one of the granules magnified over 1,000 times. See the large surface area and the little crystals. Now this one is a view magnified over 2,000 times. Small particles of dust and debris can be trapped in the pore spaces, yet Xtreme backwashes out contaminants very quickly and easily. The magic in the product is a chemically bonded carbon chain that makes Xtreme dual charged. It attracts positive charged particles to its interior and negatively charged particles to its surface. To make this yucky stuff, we're going to add 3 components. This is Silcosil to simulate wind-blown dust. It's a very fine ground silica that's very often used to test filtration systems. Then we have pond algae. That is the pool owner's nightmare. And finally, just for kicks, we're going to add a couple of crickets. You get crickets, you get spiders, you get things in your strainer basket. We're going to pulverize these little buggers, and they're going to go all the way into the filter. All right, we have added our yucky stuff in both of the tanks. They're filthy. You would not consider swimming in this kind of water, I'm sure. We will set our stopwatch at 15 minutes, which is 1 complete turnover. Then we will come back and see what the water looks like. Initial turbidity was measured at 65 NTU. After 1 turnover, or 15 minutes, turbidity of the water from the sand column was 33.9 NTU. It removed 48% of the contaminants. The turbidity on the Xtreme column is 7.7 NTU. In other words, it removed 88% of the contaminants, or twice that of sand. You can see what an extreme difference there is. Now, 1 turnover is a very short period of time. The Xtreme will continue to reduce the turbidity as the filter runs. In only 2 or 3 more turnovers, the water would be below 1 NTU. Testing at NSF International Laboratories for standard 50 turbidity reduction was performed with a 24-inch diameter pool filter. The rate of flow was just over 20 gallons per minute per square foot of filter media. The results of filtration with Zeobrite Xtreme were phenomenal. In the first turnover, Xtreme removed 89.3% of the challenged turbidity. By the third turnover, the water was cleaner than the initial water used in the test. This official report is available in PDF format on our website. A cleanability study was performed at NSF Laboratories. Initial head loss was 8.46 psi. After soiling the bed with ball clay, baby oil, and diatomaceous earth, the pressure went up to 24.45 psi. After a 5-minute backwash and short rinse, the head loss pressure went back down to 8.57 psi. The change in head loss pressure is only 1/10 of 1%, or in other words, almost perfect cleanability. A test was made at an independent laboratory for single-pass fineness of filtration. ASTM F795-88 method was used with a particle counter. Water flow was through a 9-inch diameter fiberglass tank at 15 GPM per square foot. The results again were remarkable. Zeobrite Xtreme removed over 96% of the particles in the 2 to 3 micron size and well over 99% of particles above 4 microns. Sand, crushed glass, and other zeolites cannot compare. In separate testing, Zeobrite Xtreme has been found compatible with saltwater pools, and it does not degrade with chlorine shock or in the presence of algicides. Zeobrite Xtreme is a fantastic new product for sand filters. It is certified by NSF International for turbidity reduction. It represents a breakthrough in granular filtration. Look for it in your pool store or go online and search Zeobrite Xtreme.